I'm Dave Martens. I'm born in 1921. I got married in 1948 with Martha Redicup.
I was rough to get along with for a long time because we were poor and I had to work every hour. But I think later on I maybe was easier to get along with. And the kids noticed that very much. Things like that is...
And for Grandma, well, she was with the family and
we were thinking of the kids. So we have been very fortunate. Other families have been all in good health. Darlene, well, she's always been a very quiet person. Very dependable. Fran was always, you would always hear her. Her teacher, Fran's teacher, prescribed her once to, described her more bubbly. She's bubbling. He was really bubbly. I
remember Stan,
he was quiet to a point. He could be a real nuisance in school. He didn't hurt anybody, just little tricks probably. Like, he didn't do good in school at all until this teacher got so bad. He gave him, I think, this paper has to be done today. Well, he just did it and gave it back to her. Everything was right. Why didn't you put it right over there? Huh? Did he like... Gary was, I don't know. He went to school to work, to study. That's what he did, just downright study. I say once in a while, just loosen up a little bit. Oh, don't forget it. Joyce, yeah. Shy, yeah. She would go out with the boys once in a while. Not too terribly much. I think I did that. Melly. She usually had one friend. Yeah, and serious. No kidding. Of course, she always had to study piano. That was a big job.
And therefore, as time went on, the kids grew up. They went to Bible school, the university.
Well, I was proud for one thing. None of them ever got into trouble. Like with the law. You were honest and told you the truth. Great points there, I believe. As I say, they were hard-working, honest people all. Good bunch of grandchildren. Good bunch. Big bunch. You know, if you look at the big guys, oh man, really fortunate.
I haven't mentioned anything about church. Like my dad, he was fezzing in a church pretty near all his life. And I had one brother-in-law and two brothers were ministers. So there was quite a bit of involvement over the whole family and in the church. In the old colony Mennonite church, you just lived a good life. You never talked about salvation. Just go do the routine going to church, eh? At that time, even the kids, as you know from the people here, the kids would seldom ever go to church. There was no Sunday school. But you had your habits of home praying at the table, and you go to church. I enjoyed that very much. So things weren't talked about, which was important to me. Which in time I became a Christian, and I'm not exactly sure, but probably in 55. I could maybe check that out a little bit, but the main thing, I became a Christian about that time. So I became a Christian here with the Salvation Army, and all this together sort of kept us together, eh? And then another thing was important there, the baptism. we lived so close in, we could go as a family to church on Sundays, and I really enjoyed that. The kids had access to church and school, young peoples and all that. If we talk about witnesses, that was a good witness. You pray about things, you can quit whatever you do. Things weren't happy all the time, which was hard. But I hope it's all forgiven now. I think I left a lot of things out, but maybe it's good that way.
Well, see, sometimes you think of more than sometimes. There are small things that would happen, but probably too numerous to mention, I don't know. And as time has gone so quickly, what I remember, I wouldn't remember very much now. And it would be nice if you would, every 5 years, you would make a book, memories, yeah. Then you can put small memories in that would connect with the bigger ones. Hardships like this now, it's a bit of a hardship. I guess maybe I should say it, but we had a lot of good times together. I miss that.